As we speak, it is only 41 days left until competition. The plan for today is gonna be a front lever workout. Still deload week this week, so nothing too heavy, but still competition, there we have the word for it, competition style. So doing more combinations. If you saw my last video, it's usually some sort of maybe front lever pull up to a top front lever hold, or doing a one on front lever hold and then doing a pull up. So it's these sequences that I most likely gonna perform during competition. One thing I wanted to mention that is pretty fascinating that I haven't talked about before, it's about allergies and yeah, in general asthma as well. When I was younger, I had both. I was allergic to dogs, horses, basically any animal with some type of fur. I had that, and then I also had asthma. So I couldn't really do too intense, maybe cardio, and if I did, I would get pretty rough with the throat, hard to breathe. But here's the crazy thing, I trained swimming for many years, and I don't know if there's something, I don't know the name of it, but chlor, I don't know, that's a Swedish name for it. Fuck, it's irritating when you don't know the names of things. But you have it in the pool to clean. Either way, that substance is usually causing people to get asthma, or some, you know, it can irritate the lungs, especially because you breathe it in all the time. But the fascinating part was that when I stopped swimming and started going to the gym and continued to train, both my fur allergy and my asthma went away. So they're not completely away, but I barely noticed them. When it comes to like dogs and cats, only if I get their hair in my eyes, I will get a bit red. But before I would, you know, have a hard time breathing, it would be stitching everywhere. But now I don't really feel that. So that's really cool. And the power of training, I would say, it can help a lot. And then the asthma as well, just as I got older and continued to work out, the asthma went away. I still don't know, my sister had asthma as well. She's a twin, or my twin, and she haven't been as consistent with training as I have, and I still think she has her asthma. So when she runs for longer periods, she still get a hard time breathing. And we're twins, so genetically speaking, we both should, you know, our asthma should go away, but the only difference has been how much we've been training. So I definitely think training has been played a major role in actually making me feel way better. I just wanted to mention that if there's someone with asthma might also have the same feeling, or notice that it's been getting better the more you train. Another thing I thought about just the other day was I miss the old days when I started my calisthenics journey. There was one special thing, and that was when I was going to bed. I was always watching these calisthenics competitions, or Daniel License at the time was really high performance, and I would lay in my bed, and you get so much dopamine when you see them land combos or doing the strength dynamics or full planche or whatever it may be. And I remember every night I would lay in my bed, get so much hype, and I was like, oh, I feel like I can do a full planche. So I would go out of bed and then do an attempt. 99% of the time I would just fail, and it would be a shitty attempt, but it was still a hell of a fun time. And the same was with front lever as well. That was probably the one I started to learn the most, or I trained it the most in the beginning. And I will also get these, you know, all of a sudden when I'm going to sleep, I'm like, fuck it, I feel like I'm extremely strong. I think you can relate to it. And then I just go up, do an attempt, and like I said, 99% of the times it's a bad attempt, but sometimes it was pretty damn good. And that's why I continued. So I probably did that for 1 year, but lately I haven't done it at all. It's not really the same thing. Of course, now I had the skills as well, so not a point doing it. I also think it's a big chance of injury, since there's no warm up and it's like literally just a max hold. Not something I recommend, but at the same time, I really enjoyed it back in the days. But yeah, no more talking about my previous stories. Let's go up to the gym and hit the front lever session. Let's get straight to it. First up is front lever pull-ups. Then 2 seconds top front lever hold, and then another pull up. I'm gonna do 5 reps in total. That was the same rep count as I did last session as well. And it's only gonna be 2 sets since it's deload. And unfortunately, I don't have my headphones right now. They, for some reason, had 0% charge, so I'm charging them right now. And hopefully I'll be able to use them after a few minutes. They charge pretty quick. Let's get the first set going without no music. Or some background music. I have my DJ. Sorry, I actually entered it the wrong way. If I want to do pull-ups, I don't want the band to be on this side. I want to have it here. So I need to enter from this side and then get into the pull-up, because now when I'm doing the pull-up, the band isn't gonna go against the bar. The last one wasn't a touch. First one was really strong. Might have to do a bit more explosive. But I think last session as well, first set wasn't touched and the second set was really good. So I'm expecting the same for this one as well. But let's do one more set. The AirPods are back on track. I don't know if there was a bug because I left them on charging for like 5 minutes and they have like 87%, or that's what they say. So either way, they're working now, which is good. Let's get the second set and see if the form is good enough. Enter it the right way this time. Good false grip. Oh yeah, I think that was definitely better than the first set. In general, last session, or yesterday I didn't vlog it, but it was freestyle session and the freestyle went extremely bad. I only did a few 360s, double 360s, but maximum like 2 or 3 combos, extremely short. Usually I do probably 15 maybe in one session. So I just did some front load training yesterday, or some light combos, not really training. And that felt really strong. Got some good Victorian attempts, also 2 really clean front lever pull-ups without resistance band, just from a normal hold. So can definitely say that I've been getting progress in front lever. I think planche as well. I haven't really had a session where I feel unnaturally strong, but I think it's gonna be a session pretty soon where I'm gonna see progress in planche as well, because all the training we've done in rings most likely been giving me a lot. But now we're done with this one and moving on. Next up is the 1-arm front lever. I'm gonna do about 8-second hold, then do a front lever pull up, hopefully do a touch, be pretty explosive, and then just do a normal front lever, roughly 3 seconds hold to just mark it. I mean, 1-arm, there's sort of 2 different ways in my opinion that 1-arm can be performed. One is where the legs are sort of, you look like a banana in this way. So my body and my legs are pointing away. Or the one I'm doing, or the style I'm doing, I guess there's 2 types of styles, of course. All of them gonna look different. But the one I've been preferring to perform and the one I train for is the one where you're not really bending like a banana in this direction. You're more leaning, so my body is still straight, but my let's say, stomach is pointing a bit more this way. So sort of this side is a bit more up. Therefore my 1-arm isn't like this, where my chest is flat. It's a bit more tilted to the side, but this allows me to be pretty straight. I don't have to, twist my body. See if you can notice it in this set. Whew, that felt really strong. The 2 pull-ups, because it felt way too easy. Something that sometimes happens is, this was new though with 1-arm. I usually don't feel that powerful in pull after doing a pull thing, but after doing a planche, sometimes I feel way stronger in pull-ups or in front lever than I did without doing a planche. So sometimes if I do a combination, go up into a full planche or do planche push-up or something, after doing it, my front lever is way stronger. I don't know if that's associated with like blood flow or something, but for some reason it works. Might be the same for this one, since I'm doing a pretty hard skill and the pulling strength isn't really the same as just holding it. Like even if you're extremely strong in front lever, you're not gonna get the front lever pull up just by doing front lever. You have to do the pull exercise. So it might very well be that it causes me to get enough blood flow and thereby feeling stronger. Might be. I'm not a scientist, and this is just me thinking out loud. Let's get on to set number 2. This time, see if you can notice if there's any difference with my left arm, which I'm gonna do now, or the previous set with my right arm. The left arm I'm not as strong in, so it's a bit of different technique, even I think more hanging than actually pulling myself up. And of course, that's worse. You want to be as far up as possible, especially with, I don't know, called retraction, but the shoulder as far back as possible. Also, the chance of injury, like when I'm hanging here, it just doesn't feel good, so chance of injury is way higher. But let's go. Set number 2, left arm. Otherwise, same procedure. Ooh. Yes, I know, that was shorter than 8 seconds. Doesn't feel too good in left arm. I don't know what it is. It's the right arm that I've been having some problems with the shoulder. Left arm, I don't know what it is. I know I'm stressed as fuck. These last, to be honest, like 3 weeks, been destruction in studies. There's not a lot of times you're gonna see me in the gym when it's sunny outside, because I'm here. Now it's 7:30 in the afternoon, so always late. That affects too, because we need sunlight, need energy as well from food. Like, I prefer training just a few hours after I've eaten either lunch or breakfast. But now me training this late, it's not really worth eating dinner because it's too early on the training, so I don't have time to digest, so that would most likely make it worse. Either way, I'm not gonna have too much excuses for my performance. Let's move on to the next one and see if that one is better. All right, next up is Victorian. I did this last session as well. It's without resistance band, so it's a bit different from the other exercises I do. But I'm gonna start in the top position, then I'm gonna fall down into the Victorian, try to hold it for 2 to 3 seconds roughly, at least 2. Because that most of the time competition rules are 2 seconds, sometimes it's 3, but you should never longer than 3 seconds. But 2 seconds, when I'm done with that, I will then jump up into the dip position again, fall back, and do another hold. And then I will do this in total 3 times. And this is just to gain confidence. Also, I had last competition, or no, not last at all, 1 year ago, roughly. I did the Victorian. I did first a planche, then I was gonna drop down to Victorian, but I slipped. So I was a bit uncomfortable in this position. So I slipped down, and of course my Victorian got fucked. And that's not good. So I want to get comfortable with this, and that's why I train it. Obviously the final set isn't gonna be the best form, but it's decent. Competition, I'm not gonna do 3 sets of this, it's stupid. But when I train it, I like to exaggerate a little, so I get a bit too comfortable with it. That's the key. Like I said yesterday, I did do just one attempt, and that was clean form. I wasn't really expecting it to have that much strength in it, but it felt really good. This in combination with everything else, it's probably helped. Let's do one more set. Let's get a side check to see the form. I'm happy if the 2 first sets are decent form. Final one, of course I want to have good, but I'm happy with the 2 first ones if they are on top. But the fuck is happening? Just like competition. Oof. That was shit. Fucked up the first 2, or the last one was just bad. But the first 2 ones might be pretty good. First one definitely felt strong, but can be wrong as well. But it's pretty funny that I told you about slip ring That's what happened 2 times in a row. And that was because I was a bit tired. So obviously it's good I'm training this because as soon as you're tired, a lot of things change. You're not as comfortable as you usually are. So. But now let's move on to weighted pull-ups. Next up, weighted chin-up. I started with this a few weeks ago. I did 1 session per week, weighted pull-ups, or ended the workout with it. And then the other workout, I would do weighted chin-up. But then I got pain in my shoulders, so I skipped the chin-ups for a while because it sort of connected it, or I felt pain when doing it. But now I feel a bit more back on track. So I'm gonna do only 20 kg. Last time was 30 kg, so doing 20, some degree deload as well. I think it's going to be pretty good weight. And of course it's only going to be 2 sets as well, so they would definitely have the deload. Still 10 reps. Pretty solid. I felt no pain, which is really good. I think feeling pain is the worst thing that can happen when it comes to training. It doesn't really matter which exercise it is or what it is. If you have pain somewhere, it's gonna affect your whole workout. Even if I would have pain in my legs and I train something, that would affect my upper body too, because the body to some degree protects itself when you're having pain. And of course you want to rest. Probably a fair point though, if your body is telling you to rest, it should do it. I'm bad at listening, and I really love training, so for me it's bad. I rest too little, I know that. That's why I have these deloads, because to some degree I can still train, but at the same time my body gets some time to recharge. Let's do 1 more set of chin-ups. Let's get the final set. Said this last session as well, but it's pretty short, these pull workouts. Now it's of course deload, but I think I'm gonna add 1 more exercise for next week when it's not deload, because even if I were to do 3 sets of everything, it would be pretty short in my opinion. So probably gonna add 1 more. Let's get it. 10 more reps. Easy. Sometimes with deloads it's nice because you're not putting too much pressure on the body, and you feel kind of strong, even though you're just reducing your weight. So either way. By the way, I also filmed the Q&A that everyone asked about, and I got questions about it. I filmed that one yesterday, so it will be coming up pretty soon in the future. And one question I got was my, for example, bicep size. So you can already now guess what my bicep size is, because I don't know, I never measured it, and I don't have like reference to what's big or not, but some people maybe. So guess it, and you probably soon see if it's even close. But now we are finished. Let's end it with some flex. Even if it wasn't really a push workout. Doing pull-ups, they usually provide some veins, or at least on me, on the arms as well, because you know you have a lot of grip strength as well, so get some pump in the arms in general, even though it's lats and pull strength. Let's do one of these holding my breath. They were crazy last time. I don't know, maybe decent. And of course we're gonna do some back, since that's what I actually train. Still haven't really figured out how I flex it like that. Double bicep. Something. Let's get some tricep as well. Pretty decent, not gonna lie. And this was the final pull workout for the deload. And tomorrow is gonna be a push workout, deload as well. I'm gonna see if I'm a bit stronger. I know the first push session this week was really rough, and hopefully I'm not gonna repeat that, because tomorrow it's Saturday, so I'm gonna be able to sleep, eat good as well, so hopefully feel energized. But with that being said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Ciao, ciao!